Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll drop to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going deep here for Landry. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They'll start the drive with Elliott, and he'll be knocked down sideways. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Well, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles Tapper in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. And out come the Dolphins now. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he fires one incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. That one complete, Elliott. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it?
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they're on the move as they face a second down here. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. But winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game. But when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
Now Elliott. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall with
under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
To throw on 3rd and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
10th carry now for Elliott. He finds some open field here. Still fighting for more. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. Now following the field goal, what can this offense do? We're about to find out. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw. He finds an opening past the 40. Wide open receiver complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. And not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. A great effort there to shed the contact. And it helps them pick up the first. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far. And you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This offense so far on third down, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. He can run. And the ball is knocked out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense.
This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. And able to find Dorsett. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. 23 yards on the play. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49. So they surrendered 3 points, and now after the kickoff, this offense gets ready to take over the football. So now here come the Dolphins. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Play clock winding down. On 3rd down, Elliott. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's got room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Time running out here on the play clock. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. He'll drop to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Now following the field goal, what can this offense do? We're about to find out. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And the play clock's running down. They go to Elliott again. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, pass the sticks, first down. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They go play action here on first down. Ertz has it left side. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Ertz over the middle. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Zach Ertz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown on the year. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. The give is to Elliott. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it'll bring up third down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Back to throw here. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. In Denver. And give that one to the Broncos as they wind up winners there. Derek Carr, 2 touchdown passes in the W. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Squaring off today, we have two teams who come in with identical records on the season. It's the Lions going up against the Dolphins. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, it was a little late in getting here, but autumn has arrived on a beautiful November day in Miami, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, we're in November now, so this is where you really need to settle in, start getting down to business.
And in baseball, they talk about...
Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Kyler Fackrell coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up. Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Oh, spinning away. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And we drop you in at the start of this next possession in a 3-0 ball game. And out come the Dolphins now. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here we go now.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one. And that's caught inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Play clock winding down. Now back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since that the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 3rd touchdown. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On the counter, Elliott. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A very solid gain of 27. A give to Elliott. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll drop to throw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route. and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defense is talking about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Holding on to the football. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trent Murphy. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. So now here come the Dolphins. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Michael Bannon able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And now a 1st down following that long gain.
Let's go!
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Anderson Dejo. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. I'm just wondering...
This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
And we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
They give them 27 yards on the third down conversion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a second down. On second down, Elliott looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And he is caught with the 7-yard line. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mark Barron in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They'll set up a throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Goldman in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And incomplete here to bring up fourth down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
I think that's a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. So certainly not what they were hoping for, especially on the road. Their starter forced to the locker room, and they'll turn things over here to the backup to see if he can dig him out of this hole. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, But that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think...
And he can't get away from the pressure. Palmer sacked. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. A first throw for the backup Palmer. He's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Palmer on third and long. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Second down now after the pass completion. Again, it's Palmer. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Nazir Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Palmer letting one go deep for the end zone. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth.
So they surrendered 3 points, and now after the kickoff, this offense gets ready to take over the football. They go play action now. Palmer. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
2nd and 10. It's Palmer again. And that'll be incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very solid gain of 27.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Time running out here on the play clock. And that'll set them back 5. 1st and 15 here behind the chains. To throw again, it's Palmer. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Throwing again here, Palmer. A dump off to Elliott. He's to the 10, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Palmer to throw, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Palmer now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Checking in on Houston. It's in the 4th quarter there. And give that one to the Texans as they wind up winners there. Jacoby Brissett, a touchdown pass to help lead the way. Now Palmer. Palmer's hit. Fumble. He loses the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Lions, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.